We have seen Kris Jenner talk about her cheating on Robert Kardashian. Khloe asked Kris like how she felt when she did that, which I thought was interesting. And we've seen Kris talk about it before on earlier seasons of the Kardashians, but not obviously recently.
Yeah, and I think it just gives a lot more context to how Kris treats Tristan. So, of course, Kris has referred to this before. We knew this happened. And it was like, she had cheated on Robert Sr. They had 4 kids. She had cheated with Bruce Jenner. And at that time, that led her down a certain path, which she like reflects on and is like, look, I was young. I was stupid. I was like, even when you feel like you have everything, you're thinking like grass is always greener. And despite, regretting that, she's like, it's one of my life's biggest regrets. The way her life has taken her in that path then led to Kendall and Kylie, right? So she's like, okay, well, I have Kendall and Kylie, and that's how she looks at it. But it is interesting to see now because obviously as a viewer, you watch and you're just like, how is Tristan just like in this family? Like he's so locked in, everyone's taking care of him. And I understand currently he's going through a lot. If you're watching the episodes, his mom had just passed. He and Khloe are taking care of his brother. It's intense. So, but like for the sake of Khloe, that can't go on forever. But I think it's hard to watch. People were frustrated with Kris a little bit because it was like, at least I was, it's like, well, Khloe's your daughter. Tristan, I understand, like he is the father of your grandchildren, but I felt like Kris just understands Tristan from that standpoint. And she refers to how her and Robert Sr., like after they split, they were best friends. They always talked on the phone. Like they gave each other advice, like all these things. And I think she's just hoping that Khloe and Tristan can have like that exact same relationship, I guess, if they're not going to be, romantically involved. Yeah. But it is just like a little bit of projecting your own life onto your daughter. Like maybe the path that you took isn't the perfect path for Khloe. Like maybe Khloe being best friends with Tristan like might not be the best thing for Khloe, but it clearly worked for Kris. But like Kris definitely treats Tristan in a certain way, and it's because Kris blew up her marriage.
Right, absolutely. And I think that time and time again, we've seen Kris do this, protecting Scott and Tristan and maybe Kanye even like, and you can tell the daughters are kind of like, all right, when are you going to be like just fully 100% on our side with no ifs, ands, or buts, like maybe see it from this angle. So yeah, and I think that it does time and time again show how good of a person Khloe is, and not to, keep hyping up Khloe, but
completely.
Now we're just like, oh, she commented on our video, so we're going to keep talking about it.
We think it anyway.
It is true because, this person has done her so dirty, has done her so wrong numerous times. And yet she is still there to support him, support whatever he needs, help with his brother, his mom passing. Like she is there. She did the same thing for Lamar, who also did her wrong and treated her like shit. And she was there to help Lamar. Like no matter if somebody does something wrong to her, she has such a big heart that she opens up to help them back. And I feel like sometimes she's probably like, fuck this. But then the other side of her is like, that's not who she is as a person, right?
Yeah. Part
of you wants to be like, fuck this. Like, I'm not helping them. They like did this to me. But the person she is going to help people. Mm-hmm. So it's like a little back and forth. But yeah, Kris is always like seeing the guy's side.
Always. Which I mean, and that's because, she's team adulterer.
I don't know if that's the case. I think she does.
No, that's a reach. But obviously she relates to the cheater. She was the cheater.
Yeah, I think that's the case. But I think she I'm sure she regrets it. I think when she says
totally, yeah.
She regrets it. But then, like she said, then she gets Kendall and Kylie.